Okay, for 22, my recommendation looking at it is I would just get a rough picture of it. And we'll talk about an exam question and a question that's not an exam question. If this is an exam question, I would do a rough picture of it. And what I mean by that, I'm going to put a line down over here. And then I'm going to talk about the angle C. And I'll put C over here. And C is an angle, and it's 135 degrees. So, I'm not really great at drawing, but, 135, I'm going to say maybe something like this over here. And that's what C is. It's right over here. It's listed. All right? Now, someone says, what are you going to do now? Well, I'm looking at it, and now I'm looking at this thing, and I'm kind of curious about what side I'm going to put down over here. Well, I'm going to say this side over here, I'm going to call it side A, and side A is 7.15. Now, they're not giving me a unit then, so it doesn't matter to me. I'll just say they're compatible units, that whatever A is measured in, B is measured in the same thing. And what's B going to be? Let me shorten it up a little bit. B is a little bit smaller. Not a little bit smaller. It's 1.98, about 2, about a quarter the size of that. And I'm going to put this over here, that B is 1.98, right? I'm going to draw my picture. I'll put this over here. And if this is an exam question, what I'd expect you to do is write this down. That's what the angle A is. A is uppercase. This is the angle B. This is side C. So someone says, what are you going to do about that? I guess a variety of things I could do. And let's take a look at that. And let me do the law of cosines first. All right? So I'd write down C squared. And again, this is an exam question. This is what I'd be writing down. A squared plus B squared minus 2AB cosine of C. All right? I'm going to keep going forward on it, and I'm going to write down C now. C will equal the square root A squared, 7.15, squared, plus the B squared, 1.98 squared, minus 2, 7.15, 1.98, wow, I'm running out of room, cosine of C, which is 135.44. You know what, not very neat. I'm going to rewrite that. 7.15 squared plus 1.98 squared minus 2, 7.15, 1.98 cosine 135.44 degrees. If that's an exam question, that would be an appropriate answer right over there. Once this is in a box, I'm going to say that's what C is. There's no need to keep writing it over and over and over again. The next thing I would do is I would look for the smallest angle B. And the way I would do that is I would use the law of sines now. So I would say, the sine of B, I don't know what that is, by the way, over side B, which is 1.98, is equal to the sine of C. I can write C down, right? It's 135.44 degrees over, I'm not going to rewrite the C. All I'm going to do is put the letter C down. Now, someone's right to do that. C is already in a box. I know what C is, but I got to figure out B now. Let's write this down. So sine of B, and again, this is what an exam would look like. 1.98 times the sine of 135.44 degrees over C. Again, C is in the box. I want B, though. What's B going to be? It's relatively simple. It's the arc sine of 1.98 sine 135.44 degrees over C. I'm going to put a box on this indicating I'm not going to do the arithmetic on exam. It's just too difficult. I don't have a calculator. Now, someone says, how are you going to do the other angle? Well, I know something about this. And what do I know? I know angle A plus angle B plus angle C. Angle C is 135.44 degrees. What does it equal? 180 degrees. All right, let me go through that. And I don't know what A is, and I'll put this down. A is equal to 180 minus 135.44 degrees minus B. And I'm going to put a box in that now and tell you what A is, all right? So that's what you do on the exam, by the way. You leave it in what's called a closed form. Now, certainly, I do want to, I'll post another video of me using a computer to do this over here. And I mean that. I'll use a computer to do that. And as I do that, what I'm going to claim over here, they want me to round it to a certain level. But anyway, when I use the computer on this here, and I will show you this, I should get this. Using a computer on this, I should be able to get this number over here. And using a computer on this, I should be able to get this over here. And I will put that down for you. You'll see me using a computer to do that. When I say that, I'll be using a calculator. That's a computer. Thank you.